Nevada Desert, 2087. Jake Miller, a 32-year-old salvage hunter, drives his modified hover truck through the scorching desert. He makes his living finding crashed vehicles and selling their parts. The desert heat shimmers as he follows energy readings. On his scanner, his detector starts beeping wildly near an old mining site. Jake stops and walks toward a strange metallic gleam, half buried in sand. As he brushes away the sand, he reveals something impossible: a sleek, silver spacecraft unlike anything built on Earth. The metal feels warm and seems to pulse with energy. Jake finds an opening in the hull and steps inside. The ship's interior is dark but clean, with strange symbols glowing faintly on the walls. Emergency lighting flickers on as he moves deeper into the vessel. The air inside is breathable, but carries an odd metallic taste. He enters what appears to be the main cabin and freezes in terror. Inside a transparent chamber filled with blue liquid lies a perfect copy of himself. Same face, same scars, even the same tattoo on his left arm. The body appears to be sleeping, with tubes connected to various parts. Jake stumbles backward, his heart racing. A holographic display suddenly activates, showing star maps and alien text. As he stares at his own face in the chamber, memories that aren't his own begin flooding his mind. Memories of flying through space, of alien worlds, of a desperate mission to Earth. The truth hits him like a lightning bolt. He isn't the original. Jake Miller. He's a clone sent to Earth years ago to prepare for something important. But what? And why doesn't he remember? Jake spends hours in the ship, touching various panels and surfaces. Each contact triggers more memory fragments. He remembers being created in a lab on a distant world called Terra Nova, a human colony that had been cut off from Earth for centuries. The memories reveal that Terra Nova was attacked by an alien race called the Devourers, creatures that consume entire planets for energy. The colony's scientists, led by Dr. Emma Ross, created a desperate plan. They would send clones of their best people to Earth with suppressed memories, living normal lives until the time came to awaken their true purpose. Jake learns that he was chosen because the original, Jake Miller, was a brilliant engineer and fighter. Pilot. The clone program was designed to create sleeper agents who would prepare Earth for the coming invasion. But something went wrong with his memory suppression. He never received the activation signal. As more memories return, Jake discovers that dozens of other clones were sent to Earth. Some became scientists, others joined the military, and a few became leaders in various fields. All were waiting for the signal to remember their mission: unite humanity and prepare for the Devourers. The ship's computer, responding to his touch, begins downloading critical information into his mind. He sees images of the Devourers, massive, insect-like creatures that travel in living ships. They had already consumed 12 human colonies and were heading toward Earth. Jake realizes that the crashed ship contains technology that could save humanity. But first, he must find and awaken the other clones. The computer shows him their locations across the globe: a teacher in Tokyo, a general in Moscow, a scientist in Berlin, and many others. The weight of responsibility crushes down on him. He's not just Jake Miller anymore. He's humanity's best. Hope for Survival. Jake uses the ship's communication system to send coded messages to the other clones. One by one, they begin to remember. Lisa Chun, a teacher in Tokyo, suddenly recalls her true identity as a military strategist. General Boris Petrov in Moscow remembers his role as a weapons expert. Dr. Anna Schmidt in Berlin awakens to her memories as a xenobiologist. The process isn't easy. Some clones resist the returning memories, preferring their simple Earth lives. Others embrace their purpose immediately. Jake becomes their leader, coordinating their efforts from the hidden ship in the desert. They begin secretly gathering resources and allies. Lisa uses her position to identify promising military candidates. Boris starts redirecting weapons research toward anti-devourer technology. Anna begins studying the alien samples found in the ship to understand their enemy better. Jake discovers that the ship contains more than just memories. It holds advanced technology that humanity needs. Energy weapons, shield generators, and most importantly, the plans for faster-than-light communication systems that could unite Earth's scattered defenses. The team faces their first major challenge when government agents start investigating strange activities. The clones must work in absolute secrecy while racing against time. Jake calculates that the Devourers will reach Earth in less than 2 years. During this time, Jake also struggles with his identity. Is he really Jake Miller, or just a copy living a borrowed life? His relationships with friends and family become complicated as he can no longer be the person they knew. The awakened clones begin training secretly, using abandoned military bases and remote locations. They develop new fighting techniques, combining human intuition with alien technology. Jake emerges as a natural leader, his military training from Terra Nova making him an excellent strategist. 6 months after the awakening, Earth's deep space sensors detect something approaching the solar system. The Devourers have arrived earlier than expected, sending scout ships ahead of their main fleet. Jake and his team intercept the first alien contact. Using the crashed ship's technology, they manage to capture a Devourer scout vessel. The battle is brutal. The aliens are stronger and faster than humans, but they underestimate human cunning and determination. From the captured ship, they learn that the main Devourer fleet is massive, hundreds of planet-killing vessels. But they also discover a weakness. The Devourers rely on a hive mind that can be disrupted with the right frequency of electromagnetic pulses. Jake realizes they need to go public. The secret approach isn't enough anymore. Using his network of awakened clones, they simultaneously reveal the alien threat to every major government on Earth. The revelation causes panic, but also unity as humanity faces extinction. World leaders initially refuse to believe the evidence, but when Jake demonstrates alien technology publicly, they have no choice. A secret meeting of the United Nations results in the formation of Earth Defense Command. With Jake as its coordinator, the team begins mass-producing alien weapons and shields using the technology from the crashed ship. Factories around the world retool to create the tools humanity needs to survive. The awakened clones take key positions in the new defense network. Jake faces his greatest personal challenge when he encounters the families of the original humans his team was cloned from. The moral weight of their mission becomes clear. They're fighting not just for humanity, but for the right of their originals' loved ones to live. The first major battle occurs near Mars when a Devourer advance force attacks the planet's research stations. Jake leads the defense personally, using a prototype fighter built with alien technology. The battle is won, but barely, and it shows humanity just how deadly their Nymph main Devourer fleet arrives with overwhelming force. Hundreds of living ships, each the size of a city, begin their approach to Earth. Jake and the awakened clones have united humanity, but they're still vastly outnumbered. The final battle takes place in Earth's orbit. Jake leads a desperate assault on the Devourer command ship while the rest of humanity fights to protect their homeworld. The plan is simple but dangerous. Get close enough to the hive mind controller to disrupt it with an electromagnetic pulse. During the battle, Jake finally meets the Devourer Queen, a massive creature that has consumed countless worlds. She reveals that the Devourers don't see themselves as evil. They believe they're preserving life by absorbing it into their collective consciousness. Jake rejects this philosophy. He argues that life's value comes from its independence and diversity, not from being absorbed into a single mind. This becomes the ideological heart of humanity's resistance. the belief that individual consciousness and free will are worth fighting for. The battle is intense and costly. Many of Jake's awakened teammates sacrifice themselves to give him the chance to reach the command ship. When Jake finally activates the electromagnetic pulse, it doesn't just disrupt the hive mind. It frees thousands of absorbed consciousnesses from previous worlds. These freed minds, grateful for their liberation, turn against their former captors. The Devourer fleet begins destroying itself as the absorbed beings rebel from within. The Queen, losing control of her forces, retreats with the surviving ships. Jake returns to Earth as a hero, but the victory comes with a price. The Awakened. Clones begin aging rapidly, a side effect of their accelerated creation. They have saved humanity, but at the cost of their own extended lives. In the story's conclusion, Jake stands in the desert where he first found the ship. He's older now, his mission complete. Earth is safe, and humanity has grown stronger through unity. The crashed ship has been converted into a memorial for the Terra Nova colony and all those lost in the war. Jake reflects on his identity. He may have been created as a copy, but his choices and actions made him real. He thinks about the original Jake Miller, whose life he borrowed, and feels at peace knowing he used that life to protect others. The final scene shows Jake training a new generation of Earth's defenders, teaching them that humanity's greatest strength isn't technology or weapons. It's the willingness to sacrifice for others and the refusal to surrender individual freedom. Even in the face of extinction, Earth now stands as a beacon in the galaxy, ready to help other worlds threatened by the Devourers, carrying the message that some things are worth fighting for, no matter the odds. IEs are.